Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
Welcome back to another week of what's going on behind the scenes in Marbella Now. I'm delighted to welcome somebody completely new to the programme. An introduction thanks to Philip Bovan of Philip Tutors, a regular guest on the programme. Irina is joining us now and I'm delighted to make your acquaintance. Irina, lovely to meet you. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Thank you, it's so nice to be here.
Where are you from originally, Irina?
I'm born in Finland. I live in there my first 37 years, but then I realized that weather is bad, so...
It took you 37 years to work that one out.
Yes, I'm not so fast.
So how long have you been on the coast?
Almost 6 years, yes. Of course, I'm traveling a lot in Finland, but my main place is here, yeah.
And you're obviously enjoying the better weather.
Yes, and the people and everything, of course.
Well, I'm absolutely delighted with your profession because you are a virtual assistant. And that sounds very exciting as I'm always looking for people to help. And it's not easy, actually, to find capable people who can help. So tell us a little bit of your background.
Yes, of course. My background is I have been an entrepreneur now almost plus minus 20 years. And I'm having first a marketing office when I was younger. And then I was thinking that I really need an assistant because I have a lot of works, a lot of projects, but I didn't need one assistant all the time. I just need assistants which having a different kind of skills and so on. So I started to think that what if there would be an assistant service? I am the worstest assistant. I am not assistant. I'm just looking for assistants where they can help me and my clients all the time. So 11 years ago, I established Vagina Now, super assistants with my colleagues and based in Helsinki, Finland. And at that time in Helsinki and Finland, people asking, what? Virtual assistant? Or what is the assistant? It was a little bit confusing because people was used to that you need to be a huge CEO or really like a king if you can use assistant. But normally every entrepreneur and a leader, even though they have small company, big company, growing company, whatever company, they sometimes need an assistant. So, and now we are been a growing company several years, and yes, almost 6 years ago, I'm flying to Malaga and I opened our office in Fuengirola. So now we have office in Finland and in Spain too.
In Spain, I don't know the working laws in Finland, but I do know that in Spain, you basically have to commit your whole life to taking on an employee.
Yes.
So the fact that there's a service where you can just hire the hours you need for a person, I think must be a very attractive proposition locally.
Yes, yes. If you need an assistant, just 1 hour for some projects, it's okay. Or you probably need 5 assistants, a different kind of work. So we have a accounting assistant, marketing assistant, customer service assistant, sales helpers, different kinds of assistants.
I'm very enthusiastic because even when someone's doing like an event or a specific project, you might need just help for that specific moment and not need it all the time.
Exactly. You probably have some problem with your website. You don't understand what is this, or you don't have time, or you don't even want to do that. So then you just contact our service and we fix it. Simple as that.
It sounds absolutely fabulous. So I'm very excited personally to know that service exists, and I will be contacting you. I have your card very carefully in my back pocket.
Yes.
But I understand from just mentioning before with Philip that you also are a journalist and you are making the most of your knowledge of Finland and living in Spain to help others. What kind of journalism do you do?
Yes, well, I have been in Finnish magazines and then a Finnish radio called Radio Finlandia, and I'm actually having a same kind of program. What is this? But I bring there, for my guest is usually the Finnish entrepreneurs who is just visiting in Spain, or they having an already business in Spain, or both. And but it's now in break. But I'm writing to my column entrepreneurs from to the magazine called Fuengerola.fi. So it's Finnish things. But why I'm doing that, it's because I'm right now head of the Finnish entrepreneurs in Spain. It's like an association. So I help entrepreneurs from Finland coming together, Spanish entrepreneurs, British entrepreneurs, and you know, connecting entrepreneurs and helping also people who are coming from north in here, that what you should do, what is the trusted way to make your business.
Sounds like there are quite a lot of Finnish people on the coast.
Yes, we don't actually know how many, but it's between about 14,000.
So nice, you've got a nice community. And do you tend to mix in the Finnish community, or are you more international?
Well, I think of course, I'm based from Finland and I love my Finnish community, but I also want to live in international world. So.
And do you find that live in Fuengirola, do you find that you have restaurants and things foods from back home, because we're such an international community, or do you have to go back to Finland and pick up your favourite tastes?
No, actually, in my office is in Fuengirola, but I live in Mihaskosta. But in Fuengirola there is a huge Finnish community, and we can have everything Finnish language if we want. So it's quite easy if you don't speak Spanish or English or nothing, and you just speak Finnish. So then just come into the Los Polices, and you don't need to learn any languages. You can do it. You can establish a business. You can have your everything: healthcare service, food service, restaurants. Everything.
It's very sad, actually.
Yes,
it's very, I'm listening to you, and it's like, that can't be right.
Yes, it can't be. I know.
If we went to Finland or England
but there is
and
really
didn't want to speak the language and just decided to exist in our own little bubble, we wouldn't be happy.
No. Me neither. So thank you. I'm here today and speak my really English here.
Your English is fun. I love your accent. It's so exotic. But that's the nice thing about our community, that there are so many nationalities.
Yes.
And that we get to learn so much from each other.
Yes,
we're all basically very different. Culture, our habits, the way we like to eat, the times we eat, everything's very different.
Yes. And my company, we don't have just the Finnish people working us. We also have, it's a little bit between about what projects we're doing, but we have been Spanish, Norwegian, Swedish, Polish, just name it, and if we need, it's quite easy to employ different kind of language skills for our company.
It is a skill in itself, knowing how to find the right people to do the work.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the hardest things when someone's looking to employ someone, looking for help.
Yes.
So I imagine obviously you do all that process first, and that you only keep the people who are competent, so then for your clients it's not trial and error, which is another big plus.
Yes, it's my job to take that risk. Yeah.
Absolutely fabulous. Well, I'm delighted to meet you, and absolutely delighted that Philip has brought you onto the programme. And I would like to have a quick chat with Philip so that we get to see him as well, and I can thank him for the introduction of meeting you. And now that I've met you, hopefully you will join in with your Finnish people with our United Nationalities incentives, which is the same thing, just joining us all together so we can support each other a little bit better.
Yes, that's super. Thank you very much.
My absolute pleasure, Irina. I know, I'm sorry for you, but we'll be seeing a lot more of each other. Definitely a service that we need here on the coast. Anyway, thank you very much, Irina. If you want to do something and you just haven't got the time or the personnel, Irina can work it out for you. Don't go away, because in 1 second I'm going to bring Philip Tutors on the programme just so we can have a quick catch-up.
Hey, hey.
ZeroHero welcomes at Wheels Cafe.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our ZeroHero association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hoganstown. Proud to be a member of the ZeroHero campaign, and we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the ZeroHero program.
Well, we haven't finished with Finland because, as I mentioned, the regular guest to Marbella Now, Philip Bovan, he's with us now. The introduction of Irina came through Philip, so thank you very much, Philip, for that introduction, because I've got a very good feeling that Irina's company, Wanna Do, is going to be a lot of help for me with the television, with the United Nationalities, with the ZeroHero. So very excited. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for trusting.
I do. I mean, like, I don't know. I met you. I don't even remember how I met you now. How did we first meet? Was it through the press club?
Through press club and Ali.
And Ali Meehan, our good Costa Women president, our leader. So really nice to see you again. It's nice to see that you've got many projects underway. How did you and Irina come together? What's the connection there?
We actually managed to get somehow through social networks together, and then met once in, like online, and the next time we met live. From the first time we got very good synergy, and I'm like, you know, people who are open and hardworking, you just feel the vibe that like you can do so much together, and like since then we just have been progressively like increasing our collaboration. So
and it's nice because I really don't know Finnish people, and suddenly all these connections with Finland. It's funny how everything like comes together. But you've got an agreement through all the educational projects that you have with a Finnish university.
Yeah, I have been working with them now for nearly 2 years, and I have been trying to build a larger collaboration with them, and you know, universities are very bureaucratic, so unfortunately from this last summer they had to like reprogram their unit, so they had to rehire the same people for the same positions, so we lost like half a year of our work. So now we are able to continue, and now I got a contract for this year to be their representative. So
congratulations, because you work very hard at this.
Yeah,
what is the objective? What is it that you want to get them doing?
Okay, I'm happy that they want to modernize education to be like to be driven by employment and by opportunities. So for me, the most important is that I'm able to, you know, be working with people who want to remodelize education for the purpose, not just to be diploma-centered. And there's so many opportunities we can do. For example, just talked with another university of Turku, and they are thinking about Africa, that there will be 300 million people, uneducated people, more uneducated people just in 5, 6, 7 years. So if we don't do something, there will be a emerging conflict, and it's.
So what's your idea, to bring education more online? What is
more online, more sustainable? Of course, sustainability means that it has to be continuous education, which is also currently needed. So it has to be customizable, personal for the people. So it cannot be the same way as it was, like teacher-based. It has to be online. It should be like, you know, like we are playing video games or watching TV. It should be entertaining and fun, and learning is fun.
It's funny because when you think about anything online, particularly education, you think impersonal. But your vision is the opposite. You see it as an opportunity for a teacher to actually make a one-on-one relationship with a specific student, and them to get the trust and help them in their personal growth, as opposed to just this blank education of facts and figures that necessarily they can't relate to.
Yeah, for me, I see it like an ecosystem. I mean, like there are just a limited amount of good teachers available, so it has to be online. But it can be made by good teachers, and still, if good teachers make ecosystem like I have been building with my collaborators, it's that of course I give my time personally as well, but it's also that students interact with others, and they have this cultural value to help each other, to trust each other, and they're they are building the value upon it. So I just have to be the root for that ecosystem.
It's so lovely that your vision, because it's such a different vision to other people, and the nice thing is that you also have the impetus to just make it happen. Ali, he's making it happen. Well, it's lovely to catch up with you. I will see you at the Costa Press Club dinner. If you are a journalist or you do anything editorial, please do check out the Costa Press Club, because it's nice that we all get to be together, share information and support one another. Well, I look forward to seeing you soon, have you back on the show when you've got more to catch up. And thank you so much, Philip.
Thank you, Nicole.
Really lovely to see you again. Don't go away, because we'll be back in just a moment.
G-Wine is happy to be ZeroHero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a ZeroHero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
It's funny how Marbella moves, because you don't meet someone, you've never met them before, and suddenly they're all over the place. Well, that seems to be the case with quite a few of my guests this afternoon. Joining me now is a young lady named Christina. She is my CIT Marbella Guest of the Week. And I just happened to be sitting with her on Saturday evening at El Gamonal restaurant to celebrate the inauguration of the new Rotary Club Puerto Banús. And there we were on the same table. And it was like, oh my gosh, you're coming to the programme on Tuesday.
Yes.
So Christina, how lovely to see you again.
Yeah, the same for me. I'm so happy to be here.
It's really lovely. And what a lovely evening on Saturday.
Yes, it was fantastic. Yes.
A lot of fun, surprisingly. Yes. More fun than I expected.
Incredible. A lot of people.
So many people.
Yes, I think 80 more or less.
Well, there was more than 200 people, and that was just like surreal.
Yes.
And the nice thing for me is that they were all Spanish.
Yes.
And I actually miss the Spanish living in Marbella, because you have so many other nationalities.
Yes.
It's not like when I lived in Madrid and it was just normal to be amongst Spanish people. Here it's like a privilege to actually be amongst Spanish people.
It was so nice.
So your story is quite interesting, because now you dedicate, as I understand it, to aesthetics, to beauty. But you've also worked in the Costa del Sol hospital for decades.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about who's Christina and your journey to get to where you are now.
It will be a pleasure. I am a nurse. I work in the hospital Costa del Sol for 20 years ago, more or less. And a few years ago, I decided to study to be an aesthetic nurse, registered. So for me, it was an experience, because I love help people like a nurse. And to being an aesthetic nurse, it's wonderful, because I can help people and feel more beauty, so that's a very good thing.
I like your philosophy when we were chatting the other day, in the sense of mixing in the new technologies, but without losing sight of the reality of the person.
Yes.
That they still look like a person in accordance with their age and everything, but making it a little bit better, but not this overly apparent techniques that maybe that's why you wanted to get involved, to do it better than what people are doing.
Absolutely. For us, it's so important to have natural results. Well, the wrinkles are not bad things. It's life. So that's a very good thing, because you have wrinkles and you have spot or all these things, is because we are living. So this is not a bad point. Anyway, if you want to be better and feeling better with yourself, of course you have to do a little of aesthetic procedures, but always we are looking for a natural results.
What kind of procedures do you do?
Well, we have invasive or non-invasive. For example, we can try to to improve the quality of your skin with a microneedling. It's not invasive thing, or peeling. And in the other way, we can do invasive, like derma fillers, also Botox with the Dr. Peña, and a lot of other things, or facial body treatments. And of course, we can work with IPL.
What's IPL?
It's a special deep light with a special machine. It's a new one, so if you want to try, you just have to come to visit us. It will be a pleasure for me to do it.
I'm always terrified of doing anything. I think because in surgeries that I've had, whether it was cesareans or whether it was my wisdom teeth, I've never reacted well to anesthetics. I don't heal like other people. When you have injections, my veins are in different places. So it's one of those things when it comes to it that I really just like, maybe better just leave well alone.
Well, nowadays we have a lot of experience with the people, because both of them, the doctor and me, have a lot of years working with people, so we know how to do it. And first, the person is going to confident in us, you say, and then we are going to give a lot of information to be calm. We are going to resolve all the doubts, and of course we can do first normal procedure, non-invasive, without any pain, and that's the first step to do a aesthetic procedure. We are not going to start with you know, so invasive. Normally we use some aesthetic topic, so you are not going to feel any pain at all.
Do you find that any of your patients can become addicted to work, and that you have to say, whoa, stop?
Yes,
because
absolutely.
I can see, like anything, once you get the results and you're liking it, you then just want more and perhaps can lose sight of what's real.
Yes, absolutely. That's the point that a good professional as us try to inform, because we have to think about less sometimes is more. Our main goal is to look for a natural beauty, aesthetic procedures, but you know, always looking for a healthy skin. And if a person comes, a woman or a man, and wants more and more and more, we are going to tell, we are going to inform that maybe it's not necessary. So that is too important. It's not just business for business. We are healthy professionals.
That's what I think I like the most about your whole setup, is that you're doing the beauty thing that is so much in demand, but that you're doing it from a medical perspective, knowing the medical aspects behind, which makes it much nicer than when you're just going to someone who hasn't got that medical education and understanding.
Yes, absolutely. For example, I'm going to tell you something. The skin is the biggest organ that we have in our body. More or less weighs 5 kilos and 2 square meters. Wow. So yes, it's a lot. It's a very, very big. So for us, it's too important to care about it. It's not just for the facial aspect. Also because of it's so important for us, for our body. It keeps calm with a good temperature. The skin protects us. So we have to look for this way, you know. It's not just to be beauty. We have to look for a good health, wellness.
Yeah, I've seen on your website, and it's what you eat, it's what you drink, it's how you live. There's a whole philosophy that obviously you like to impart and share and help people get on the right track. I know I don't drink enough water, probably don't do enough exercise, certainly don't eat the right things.
Yes.
But then we complain, and really there's a lot of things we can do to make our skin better without doing anything except looking after ourselves.
Yes, like a nurse, for me it's too important to do some prevention and of course promotion. For example, some people, young people, come to the consult to do, I want bigger lips, but I have to show you the importance that we are in the Costa del Sol. Fortunately, we have a lot of sun, but first you have to be care about the sun radiation, and the first that you have to do to have a healthy skin is to protect, hydrate, sleep well, feed properly, and of course you have to use sun protection. And then you think about your lips, your wrinkles, but you have to take care first of the quality of your skin.
I'm sort of getting smaller and smaller in my chair. It's like, I don't do any of the above, not any of the above. But I'm going to start. Now that I know you, Christina.
Oh, that's a very good point for you.
I'm going to start. Quickly, I just wanted to ask you also, you've come to us today through CIT Marbella, which is a fabulous business networking association. But I thought it would be nice to highlight that you're a small company. And I normally interview big companies of CIT Marbella. And I thought it was nice to show that you have little companies as well that see the benefits of belonging to a bigger group.
You mean that why we are working
members
with...
of CIT Marbella?
Yes. For us, it's well, I know Carlos and Yolanda, of course, Begoña. So for me and for us, the clinic, Elysium, and for me, like Cristina, Dermoestetica, it's a very good point because I'm from here. I'm from Marbella. I know Marbella. And I want to share, like a businesswoman, all that we can do. And CIT is doing a really, really good job for this kind of professional. So I'm so glad to be there. And I'm so glad that they sent you to come to see me, and that I actually got to meet you beforehand on Saturday. And got to know you a little bit better. And this isn't a threat, but I will be seeing you more often. Okay, I hope so. I hope so. I look forward to it, yes, and to know more about it, because I think that all women in today's age, the pressure to look good is so intense that it's nice to understand a little bit more the processes. And if I can be convinced to do something, then probably you could convince anyone. No, I'm sure, absolutely. And you have to come just to visit that. As it will be a pleasure, and it's not necessarily just needle or injection. We can do a lot of good things for improve your skin, of course. Well, I'm looking forward to learning more. It's great, not only to get to do television, I get to meet people that just make my life better. I've got myself a virtual assistant this week, and I've now got myself my aesthetic experts. Yes, so. Yeah, looking good. The year's starting off very well. Thank you. Christina, thank you so much for coming to the programme. And I will come and visit you and do a little recording. I hope so. And show the clinic. I hope so. I look forward to hanging out more with you. It will be a pleasure for us. Thank you so much, Nicole. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gosh, the show's really good. I'm having a great time meeting all these super people. Don't go away, because we've got more coming just after this.
Hey, hey.
ZeroHero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, Kazatua is proud to welcome the ZeroHeros. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool. Yeah. Stickers going up.
Hi, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to ZeroHero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
It's funny how things have a way of working themselves out. My next guest was scheduled to come on the show about a month ago. She arrived really late because she was with my lovely Elena Olcina of Sinergias Femeninas, which is a fabulous group I belong to, of feminine synergy and really great women getting together, supporting each other. Well, anyway, she was with Elena, she was really late. It was one of those days that Paco had a show recording after my recording, and so I couldn't have the interview with Isabella, and it was weird. But then I bumped into her at another luncheon, and then I bumped into her again, and then I was with her also on Saturday evening at the inauguration gala dinner for the new Rotary Club Puerto Banús. And I have to say, Isabella, welcome to the programme.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy we didn't have that first interview, because knowing you bit better, we're going to have a lot more fun conversation than we would have done the first time. You're a very interesting young lady.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, the universe always works for the better for us.
Really?
Always. Even when we think it is not so, always.
Because we really tried to make it work. You ran here, we got it, we did it, but it just wasn't meant to be. But I'm really glad because you do so much. I know you write for Cosmopolitan. I know that you give therapies and courses. I know that you're studying. And all this comes from you being a psychologist, but you specialised in femininity, I think is a good way of just like summarising it.
Yes, because also I am sexologist. Then I am developing a few theories about the feminine body, the vulva, the woman in general. But also I work a lot with couples, especially with English couples. Yes.
Well, the English couples, we're very reserved, so it's very difficult to express. They're giving me, having this, like I'm thinking, good English girl, convent educated, and I'm going to talk about vulvas and vaginas and enjoying your femininity. And thinking about it, reading your website, and you take photographs of lady bits, and then I'm laughing to myself. Men are always taking pictures of their bits. And if you take a picture of a woman's private parts, normally it's in some for men, but to think of a woman actually looking at herself, we don't do that.
Yes, we don't do. No.
But really, when you think about it, why don't we do that?
Yes,
No one's looking, and we should be looking.
Yes.
Why should we be looking? You've studied this. Scientific reasons.
Yes, I am developing a research about 3,000 women, but in general, we don't receive an education about to look ourselves with love or with kindness. We always look ourselves with judgment or competition with other women or publicity,
yes.
Advertising or something like that. No? But like you say, this is natural to look also our vulva, and it's very important because so we can notice when it is okay, but sometimes we have a problem and we go to the doctor. Then in that moment is when the woman looks in her vulva because there is a illness or something like that. But the opportunity, if we grow looking also this part of ourselves, is we are accompanying this part of ourselves, like we say, our hands, our face, not like something separate of us, because normally the woman looks her vulva for gynecological reasons, for relationship, sexual in this moment, or for maternity, in the birth, el nacimiento. If not, normally the woman doesn't know this part of herself.
It's very true, and even as I say, the fact that I'm going to be talking to you about it is like, how do I broach this in a way that it's not going to be offensive, but at the same time, I think it's important that young people are coming up and saying, we can talk about this. It's the same as, say, mental health, or there's so many things we don't talk about or are ashamed to talk about for no reason except old-fashioned education.
Yes. Shame and guilt are very important in the woman's life. Normally, we grow with shame and guilt for our body, for our mindset, for everything. And also, for when the woman starts looking this part of her body, she feels rechazo.
Yeah, I can't think of the word either, but yeah, you not liking it.
Yes, or asco. Or
yeah, disgusted by it, like not meant to be done, not
yes,
correct.
And this is also because we don't have reference, healthy reference. When I started with this research was because I asked myself, why my mom or my grandmother or my teacher, they don't say nothing about that. Why? Then I started looking in internet 10 years ago, and I didn't see natural vulvas, or I didn't know how it was in another woman's body. Then I started thinking, and pornography or something, or medical books.
Journals, yeah.
But no, I didn't find pictures, only dibujos.
Diagrams.
Yes. Then I thought, okay, then I need to do something, a book with pictures, so maybe someone more is asking the same than me. And finally, my book, To Vagina Habla, is now...
Your Vagina Talks?
Yes.
And if it doesn't, it should, and it needs to learn.
Yes, it's in Spanish, but maybe, who knows, maybe in English soon, I don't know. It is around the world now, but it is because the women are looking, recommending the book, are reading, and they send me emails, Isabella, why I didn't think about this before? And it is because we are in a society very focused on the mind, but we forget listen our body, listen who we are really, who we need. And in the vulva, in my opinion and in my experience, there are a lot of power, but not like in the sexual life. No. Power of the woman, because this is a center of energy, but also a center which we can be in connection, very deep connection with ourselves.
For what benefits, though?
In my research, when the woman knows about this part of herself in connection with his feeling, not only, okay, in anatomy, no, also with feeling, she has more self-esteem, more confidence, and more independence. Now, the women in general is very dependent of men, of work, of something of outside.
Approval, yes. Yeah.
And with this connection is very, very deep, the woman is like more root in herself.
I think it makes a lot of sense to know one's body, to be proud of one's body, but I think, as you say, from publicity, advertising, education, and then also, I think more women than we think suffer some form of abuse in their growing up. I read your introduction website, felt very identified. I also only remembered much later on because you block things out. And I think, therefore, a lot of women do tend to just ignore the body because you don't want to be in touch with those thoughts and feelings. So we're just like, okay, it doesn't exist. But from what I see from you, it's if you actually face it, embrace it, and then you come out the other side.
Yes, and also when we have this experience, and even if we forget for so many years, like in my case, after we can do something for others with that. When we face that and we continue with our life, but also we can help. And also it's very important now to look the vulva and to take pictures, because actually we have a different like illness, like lichen, or different things that are now growing in the woman world of healthy. And if we don't look the vulva, we also don't know how it is changing. But if we often, maybe once per month, once per week, we look, we know, okay, it is okay. Oh no, this is different. Then we need to do something with that, because sometimes the woman suffers more because she doesn't have this
a point of reference.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes, Yes.
Well, I'm so delighted to meet you because you're a very fun person. It's nice that you do specialise in something that not many people specialise in. And I still can't get out of my head you taking those 1,000 pictures of different women's vulvas. How did you arrange that? That must have been an interesting conversation. May I take a picture of your vulva, please?
When I started with this, I was a lot of scared. And because it was not usual. Now is other moment, is 10 years later, then the society now is more easy to talk about this. And thank you so much, Nicole, for bringing me here to talk about this, because maybe now woman, okay, after the interview, I go, I take the mirror, I see what is happening. But I think that there is something inside of each woman that we can recognize when the truth is present. And when we take decisions that after of this decision we hurt ourselves, is because the connection with ourselves was broken. The vulva, the kindness, the love for ourselves, for our body, is like a escudo.
Was a shield.
For our integrity, our femininity, and our power. Then sometimes we are looking outside, making everything, but it's more easy, it's easier. Is stop, go inside, take the mirror, look your vulva. What do you feel? Maybe it's not nice. Okay, but go with this, and maybe after another feeling of love or acceptance or gratitude also arrives, and this is like the life.
I think it's absolutely fabulous. I'm so proud of you, really so proud of you, doing something so different and so worthy, helping us women learn to love ourselves, accept ourselves, look at ourselves. Take a look. And when you want to go and grab a mirror, go take a look, but don't send me the photo. Send it to Isabella. Isabella, who are the people who should come and who should call you? Who are the people out there watching and it's like, should I ring, shouldn't I ring? So women looking for a little bit of guidance, confidence. What's your speciality? And couples, but who should come and visit you?
Like psychologists, like sexologists, and online sessions mostly, and also I run workshops and my books, and it's easy to find me in Instagram, Isabella Magdala, my website, isabellamagdala.com, and also in Facebook.
There you have it, the lovely face, this face of Isabella Magdala. I'm so glad that we managed to get it together, and I'm so glad that we got to meet each other as well to chat beforehand. And also just to mention that knowing that Isabella is a psychologist and we are collaborating now with the Red Cross for our mental health program, trying to really promote suicide prevention helplines. 024 is the Red Cross number, and Isabella has kindly volunteered to head up the volunteers group, because we're going to get a lot of international speakers collaborating, so that if you do feel that you need to talk to someone and you don't know who, there will be someone there who speaks your language. So 024 is the 24/7 mental health helpline there if you're feeling a little bit lost. And if you want some guidance and some sexology treatment or coach, you know, for couples to help get things together, Isabella is definitely your girl. Gonna have to give you a regular spot, because you write for Cosmopolitan as well, don't you?
Yes, Cosmopolitan.
About sex and vulvas.
La Vanguardia, El Mundo, yes.
Ay, mira tú.
Yes. I'm so lucky with people like you in my life. I'm so lucky. Thank you so much.
It's totally mutual.
For my English, thank you, because I didn't know about today in English, and now I think it is working.
Quite impressive, huh? You did much better than you thought you did. Very good. So you can do sessions in Spanish and English?
And Italian.
Molto bene.
Yeah,
Montecatine.
Yeah.
Spaghetti bolognese. That's my Italian. Isabella, muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I'm very much looking forward to the next time.
Yes.
And as I said, go grab your mirror, girls. Go take a look. See what's down there. But don't go away. Bring your mirrors back to the television, because joining me after the break is Cristobal Gary. We've got loads to talk about. Loads of things going on. See you in a minute.
Hey, hey.
a new partner of ZeroHero.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the ZeroHero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the ZeroHero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's ZeroHero.
It's a brand new day.
ZeroHero, welcome to the Secret Garden. We welcome you.
It's a brand new.
Joining me now to finish the programme is a gentleman who could be chief cook and bottle washer because he does absolutely everything. I don't know how he finds the time. He's a councillor for the Town Hall for employment, small businesses, new technology. He also carries the area for Nueva Andalucía. He also has a company that does all the paperwork, Gare Accesorios. So when you can't work out how to do all the paperwork in Spain, you go to a company like Cristobal's. And then also, to top it off, as if he wasn't doing enough, he is now the president of a brand new Rotary Club, Puerto Banús. So let's start there, Cristobal. Congratulations.
Well, thanks for the invitation to talk about you about many things. And I'm very happy to stay here with you.
I'm delighted, I'm honoured to have you on the programme. I know how busy you are, obviously, with all the things you do. But having been at the ceremony, the official inauguration gala last Saturday, I just have to say chapeau. Over 200 people to witness this great moment of you launching a new Rotary Club.
Well,
it's a big step.
Yeah, just because we are 100% of the time with the town hall and we have practice no time. We have no time to do anything, but we look for 1 hour every day and we begin this with Remedios del Río. Remedios Nieto Palacios, who is my partner in this
Your partner
occasion.
in crime.
Yeah. In the big projects, she's wonderful, she's fantastic, it's incredible working with her. She has a telephone who take it and everybody say yes. So it's an important person to work with her in any project. And this is so wonderful because we are talking about a Rotary Club, who is an organization, no, who make better the place where you're living. No? So the object is very simple and also is very important because there are 45,000 clubs in all the world, and it's 1,400,000 people doing better the place they are living. No? So it's a good matter, a good object, and as soon as we call people, I think you are important to Rotary, come with us, everybody say yes. So it was relatively easy to do this club.
But it's interesting because there are actually quite a few Rotary clubs already in Marbella.
Yes, and so important also.
And that's why it's curious to see that although there are several clubs, there was room not only just for another club, but you started off with 80 founder members, which is quite unique, as I understand it.
Well, it's the only matter that we have in down because we have not activity yet because we are beginning. No, for example, Rotary Club of Marbella is the biggest one until now, 50-60 members, and it was the most biggest in Spain. No, and they have 44 years of activities, of very good activities, and so good members. So at the beginning was difficult. Now it's very easy because for the activity of Rotary Marbella and the other one, for us it's so easy to ask for Rotary. For Rotarian, no, we take the telephone and say, you know the activity of Rotary? Of course, in Marbella, no, of course. Everybody know because lots of people have been doing lots of good things.
So why a new club? Why another one? What's the focus of the Puerto Banús club specifically?
Because it's a little different. We try to make a club like the beginnings of Rotary. No, Rotary was founded in 1905, no, in Chicago, and the originals was get a accord between business to make better the economy. No, if you make better the economy, also you have more employments. I have to make less help. No, So that's a philosophy, and we are making a club who is getting better the business of people, and around that we make culture, we make a better environment, we make also better sports and a lot of events that is going to get better the place where we are living.
That was certainly something that attracted me. As you know, I'm very big on helping Marbella be everything it can be, selfishly, because us international residents create a lot of problems for ourselves. We don't get involved enough with the Spanish community, our children don't integrate, so we have these huecos, these holes that we need to fill in. So I very much feel the same way, and actually sitting with Elena Olcina of, again, Sinergias Femeninas, hola Elena, and she was on the phone to Remedios talking about the club, and she's like, Nicole, do you want to? Yes! For the same reason, you, Remedios, she's such an amazing woman, and she's such an amazing human being.
Remedios is a person incredible. He's unique. And think about also Elena Alcina, no? This is fantastic, this is great. This is a person who knows all the members of their activity, and as soon as we propose this, he say, well, this and this want to stay there because it's important, because it's a founder club of Rotary, and they have a vision of an international vision, no? And Rotary is so important outside of Spain, in Spain also, but more outside of Spain. If you are going to travel to Germany, if you are going to travel to the United States, people say you the pin, and you have not to pass a control in the airport, because you know they know that you are a person that you can try, no? You can te puedes fiar, no?
You can trust them.
You can trust them.
You can trust them.
So that's so important, because as soon as you go outside of Spain, you know that this is so important. So Elena Orcina saw that and bring people who have a perfil international, and it's important.
I have to say, I feel very blessed to know Remedios, to know you, but Elena as well, and Isabella. Yeah. It's nice, and particularly to have some Spanish people in my life, because I love Marbella, but I've lived in Madrid for 20 years, and I live a very Spanish life when I lived in Marbella in the 80s and 90s. So when I came back again 12 years ago, it's like, ¿dónde está mi Marbella? Mi Marbella, Marbella. There's a bit of Spanish, so it's nice as well for me to have that Spanish contact.
Marbella changed a lot in 40 years, changed a lot. And the most important in Marbella is the person who is doing matters around, no? And you know about the matters of the problem you are doing, no? About the nationalities, no? So you know that, you know, and you're looking for people who are not losing their time, they are earning their time doing matters for the others. So that's Rotary, and that is the first of all, you are going to profit you in the way of, as soon as you help somebody, are you helping too? So that is the most important of, and also the other matter is that you're going to get a lot of friends. So from that Saturday, I've got 80 more friends in Marbella, and people who are so interesting, people incredible, people quite important, no? And well,
the same mindset. Yeah. The important thing is that they're the same common goals for a better Marbella, and we can help each other for a better Marbella.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, that's the matter. We want to make a better Marbella. We want to make better actions, and we're going to do that here, and everything about the business, everything about if we can help people around a good business is better for us, because think about our professionals are person who have a responsibility. So if some business have or are doing some responsibility, some matters about responsibility, think about what we can do. Lots of people with the umbrella of Rotary International. Lots of things we can do here in Marbella.
Lots of things, and it's nice because it fits in so well with what you do in the town hall, which is obviously very important because you handle the entrepreneurs, the new businesses. I mean, apart from your zone of Nueva Andalucía, it's like basically the crux of Marbella, new technologies, keeping people employed, helping entrepreneurs get going.
Well, as soon as we come here to Marbella, it's 4 persons who are on unemployment. We take out 1. So I think it's so good. 25% of unemployment disappear, and think about was a pandemic in the middle. So our good dates, the matters we have here in Marbella. It's of course not for also for the town hall. It's of course for the tejido productivo, no, for all the business, no, the person who is working and getting up their business every day, no. So thank you for everybody. For me, it's
important, particularly with our international youth, that we have great schools and we have great homes and we have great kids, but then we lose them when they go to university and they don't come back. So we need to make sure there are jobs for them to come back to. Of course.
In that way we are working, and people is coming here because now about internet matters, we can work in every place in the world, and people is deciding to come to Marbella because we live here so good, so fine.
Well, you're a very clever young man, because you've got the Rotary Club that fits in everything you do with the town hall, and then you have your gestoria, you have your company that handles all the paperwork of people who have no idea how to negotiate all these town hall processes and everything.
Well, about the office, as soon as I go to the town hall, I spend 100% of my time in the town hall. So the office is working fine because it's a fantastic team, no, 100% women. So I'm so happy because that is working fine.
What kind of things do you handle? What kind of things do you do if someone's...
Well, everything. No, we are the lawyers. We are there. We have economists, accountancy, all of our mercantile matters, title deed, gestoria, everything about
anything you need.
Everything.
So any questions with any paperwork or legal work or your accounts or anything, assessores got it.
And if we cannot do, we can recommend the better one.
And that I believe that you can, because sometimes it can be difficult in a tourist city to actually get good recommendations, because everybody is good at everything, but no one's really good at anything. So.
No, good recommendation are Rotary, because you know people who are doing better the things, no? So that's important also to belong to an organization who, because if you are here in Rotary, you are giving your time to another. So, and also for free, no? So that's important because not everybody do that. So that is the first time to look for a good person about that, no?
If someone would like to join the Rotary Club Puerto Banús, what are the requirements? What are the profile you're looking for?
Well, normally in Rotary you come inside about the recommendation of some person, no, or some Rotarian. If you look for the pin, ask for Rotary. What is Rotary? I also say to people that don't go to just one club, no? In Marbella are 7 different clubs, no? It's Marbella, Marbella Guadalmina, Marbella Cosmopolitan, Marbella International, there is San Pedro Alcántara, there is also Bena Avis, there is Estepona, all of that, Estepona Sotogrande, no? And I don't know if I lose some.
I think you've done pretty good.
It's lots of one, no? And they are also making good jobs. Each one is different, and probably one person is good for one club, not for the other. So it's better to look for everyone and check what they want to do and try to
exactly, because at the end of the day, the philosophy is the same.
The best place, because some clubs doing a lot of matter, helping with hands, another one making lots of matters, taking the telephone, is different one, but just one thing. All of us are making things together.
And it was lovely to see how many of the other clubs came to support the event on Saturday, because you had a lot of other Rotary clubs there and all the hierarchy of the Rotary. I should have worn my pin. I missed out. This is all very new to me.
Yeah.
I have to go the secret club pin, the pin club.
Lots of people came from Valencia, from Murcia, from Alicante, from lots of places in Spain, also from Extremadura. We have members from Almendralejo in Extremadura, also from Madrid, another one from Barcelona, lots of people of another places, because they are helping or doing business here also in Marbella, no? 100% of people who is in Rotary in Marbella are from Nueva Andalucía or are working or have clients in Nueva Andalucía. So that's the principal matter we are. Well,
I think the only thing I was left to say is congratulations. Enhorabuena, buenísima.
Congratulations you to become members also.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm not a big club person, but it was the day I was sitting there and Elena, and she said, it's like, Yeah, that sounds good. I want to do that. So, also very proud to be part of... I'm a Rotarian. How about that? Qué raro. Cristobal, muchísimas gracias.
Thanks for the invitation and many thanks to you.
I hope it's the first of many. Now that we're both Rotarians, you won't be able to say no.
Perfect.
So, Cristobal, come to the television. Come to the television.
As soon as you call, I'm here.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for joining us once again for this bumper episode of Marbella Now. So much going on in this fabulous city. If you've never been, come and try it. And if you live here, boy, we are so lucky. If you want to watch recordings of the programme, you can do so from rtvmarbella.tv, or you can go to my website, nicoleking.es, with links to the programme, also to my column Marbella Moments in the Euro Weekly News, and our website ZeroHero, where we reward the designated driver with free soft drinks. So check that out, because that's pretty cool too. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other. Y nos vemos la semana que viene. See you next week. Bye for now.
You'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna